What happened in the cellar? Something strange. A portal opened in the middle of the cellar and cultists in a terrifying mask emerged from it. Luckily, there were some hardened fighters in the cellar who stopped the cultists from slaughtering everyone here. One of the uneven scouts knocked a rod from the cultist's hands. The rod, I gave it to you. In revenge, the demon worshipper cast a spell and vanished, along with the same brave warriors who dared to fight against him. There has been no sign of them since then. None of those brave fighters or demon worshippers. Witnesses said that one of the warriors shouted that if the cultists wanted him, he should take him and leave the others alone. We don't know what he was referring to. Whose cultist was it? Bahamut, the Scary, someone else's? He didn't look like a worshipper of Bahamut or the Scary. Or anyone else we ever fought. No one got a good look at the profane symbols on his clothes, but the rod he left behind clearly holds ritualistic significance. Which of the demons, Lord, has a mystery of eyes and bones? I think I remember reading something about monsters like that, but for now we can only guess. So it was a kidnapping or attack. Right, demons and the minions are always scheming against one another. It seemed the masked cultist simply took advantage of the chaos to get his victim and drag him off. To what end, we still don't know. Who were those fighters? A handful of the townsfolk who had been held captive by cultists but escaped. One of Anivia's scouts was with them. Actually, it was he who warned us that the cultists were planning an attack on the tavern. The whole lot of them are made of stern stuff, I got to say. Making it all the way across the destroyed city with minimal resources and equipment is a truly impressive achievement, especially for civilians. What do we know about the poor soul who attacked the cultists to take him and let the other go? Not very much. He was a gnome by the name of Sentry. Not a crusader, but some kind of freelance explorer. He was able of cast a minor arcane spell. One of his eyes was bandaged, no doubt he injured sustained during the escape. Those who had the chance to talk to him describe him as a good-hearted but scatterbrained kind of fellow, and that's all we know. What the cultists wanted for him is a mystery. Okay, let's go. It's time to attack.
We march ahead. I am helpful, am I not?
Can't hide from me.
I hope you appreciate this. muscle.
You've crossed the wrong mark.
Attack!
The inheritance! Guide my blade!
I will see to your demise.
I'll remove this obstacle.
You won't survive me.
We shall overcome!
The building was severely damaged when the demon Discari flung the Watson against the wall. The Watson is a huge one for the show. Good thing it's landed here and not in my mansion.
Our path leads on. Together we stand.
Together, we stand.
Una Adayana. I stand ready. Defeat is not an option.
Endure this! Precision and grace.
The light take you!
I'll cut you wide open. You should have listened to reason.
Make every strike count. I'll make short work of this.
Do not hold back.
My lady, Krabi is under siege by demons that forced their way into the city and perpetrated a massacre, paying no heed to the words on Trendle. If he's dead, the city defenders perished. And our fortifications are falling one by one. Reinforcements as soon as possible or within days will be done. Finish letter is strange and write his blood.
I am helpful, am I not?
Yes, the party's full swing. Hurry, while the demons are distracted.
Crusading isn't that boring after all.
Go! You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Strike as one.
Out of my sight!
No glory without risk.
The spirits demand your blood.
You won't survive me.
Mind over muscle. Attack!
I will see to your demise.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
This condition is irrational. You are today's sacrifice! You're irrelevant. We shall overcome.
Into the fray.
Endure this!
I'll remove this obstacle. Do not hold back.
Precision and grace.
The light, take you.
Go for their hearts!
Make every strike count.
Mind over muscle.
I'll make short work of this.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Starten, there you are, my little pet. Don't come near me, get back. No need to be rude, my love. Let's leave this place so we can have some privacy.
We will win this war.
Well,
Magritium Turinos.
oh, yes, what?
That is quite a discovery. I will guide us.
A bright future awaits.
Did I mess up again?
Rely on me.
Save the last one for me.
You've crossed the wrong line.
Strike as one! Attack!
Out of my sight!
Into the fray!
You're irrelevant.
You won't survive me.
We shall overcome!
I will see to your demise!
The light take you!
I'll remove this obstacle.
Endure this!
Without a doubt.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Matricium Turinos!
Yet another obstacle.
Precision and grace.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Make every strike count.
Do not hold back!
I'll make short work of this.
Into the fray!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Strike as one!
Out of my sight!
The light take you!
won't survive me.
Attack! The deed is done.
This bus relieved depicts the feats of strength performed by Eurymedon on her path to divine ascension. Even desecrated, it still rages the holy aura of heaven.
The heartbeat quickens.
Endure this!
Mind over muscle.
We shall overcome. Do not hold back.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Contemplate on your mistakes.
Make every strike count.
I will see to your demise.
You're irrelevant.
Strike as one. Attack!
Into the fray! Ha!
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
It went splendidly.
These broken bits and pieces of this figured relic dating back to the previous crusade. This historical evidence of the events of past has now been destroyed by the cruel claws of demons.
The mongrel did it.
Uh-huh.
Are we in trouble yet?
I refuse to accept their statement.
We shall overcome.
Precision and grace.
You won't survive me.
am helpful, am I not? I hope you appreciate this.
Missed me already? Aporan, Sentes.
I will see this through.
Are we ready to move out?
Open your heart to me.
I will help where I can.
Our time has come.
No reason to pause. We will win this war.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
A bright future awaits us.
The human body's real treasure trove of infinite ingredients is alchemical laboratory all by itself. So speak, ready for further research. Allow me to demonstrate some of more impressive effects on you.
Aeon, Orama.
Attack!
I'll make short work of this.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Endure this!
You should have listened to reason.
We shall overcome.
Out of my sight!
Into the fray!
Make every strike count!
I'll remove this obstacle.
Do not hold back.
I will see to your demise.
The light take you!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Mind over muscle.
Precision
And grace.
You won't survive me.
You're irrelevant.
Strike as one.
I'll make short work of this.
No glory without risk!
A success worthy of praise.
Judging by the ingredients and devices, the alchemists of this laboratory were working on a very dangerous poison. Fortunately, they never got the chance to finish the experiment.
I am helpful, am I not? Now what is that?
Forwards.
Praise Aeon, thank you for gracing your faithful servant with this visitation. My lady, I love you like nothing and no one else. Several knights reverently kneel before the succubus who is wearing nothing but smirk. With melodramatic flair, the demon sweeps a claw hand over the heads of the knights and gives you mocking blessing. And I'll leave you, my children, all of you together and each one separately. Goddess, I must confess a shameful sin. My thoughts about you, they are impure. Forgive me for my blasphemous words and base thoughts, but I can't help it. You are the most desirable of all women. No other goddess came close to your beauty. Next to you, Serena, is a dual lump, and Shaelin, dust beneath your feet. Will you forgive me for loving you? And not only in the way true believers should love his deity. I forgive you, my knight. I forgive you and I accept your love. But I see that you cannot forgive yourself. Your flesh craft punishments, so punish yourself. Wash away your sin with blood and end my love, the divine and the carnal. With trembling hands the knight brings his blade to his face. These eyes which dare gaze upon you, filthy sinful intent. Take them, my goddess. The knight cuts out his eyes with a muffled moan and holds the two bloody lumps out to the succubus. I accept your gift. The succubus gently takes the eyeball and trails them over his stomach and breast, decorating his skin with scarlet patterns. Then she brings them to her mouth and chews them with relish. Red saliva dribbles over her lips and chin. Now, my knight, I want you to lick every... Wait, who's this? Blasphemous, come to disturb our sacrament. The succubus point at you, and the knight, who still have eyes, immediately turn into your direction. Horrifying. Miss Camilla, unable to take her eyes off the scene before her. She nervously licks her lips. I think I'm going to be sick. Sheila's face turns grey and she grips her weapon tighter. Sacrilege! She's making a mockery of what is most noble and good in us. Is some kind of bloody sacrament for you, beast, playing with other people's minds, mocking the faith? Come a little closer, I'll give you a blessing you won't forget. Snap Ivory, you've been bewitched. The blind knight recoils in horror. He opens and closes his mouth, lost for words, then brings the finger up to his empty eye socket. What did you do to me? Give me back my eyes? My faithful children, annihilate the heretics. The succubus meets your gaze, her blood-stained lips stretch into the sweet smile. Are you really going to raise your weapon against me? I am Iomide after all. Hey, don't listen to her. Don't give in. Remember how you scared the crap out of the demon in the shield maze? This beast is nothing compared to that one. For a brief moment, the demon wanton features transform into a goddess' radiant visage, but the illusion immediately dissipates. The Sukibi's spell didn't work, scouring the entirety of Frey.
Endure this!
Out of my sight!
Attack!
You should have listened to reason.
Into the fray!
Make every strike count.
I will see to your demise!
We shall overcome!
Mind over muscle.
The light! Take you!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Precision!
And grace.
Do not hold back!
The Inheritor! Guide my blade!
I'll make short work of this!
Strike as one!
Into the fray!
We march ahead.
Okay, for the trap, it's a part of the Guardian's defense system, and the demon were unable to disarm it. Let's see if I can do this.
A success worthy of praise.
This is all the remnants of St. Demon killed on the spot by the powerful flame. It looks like they tried to put their guardians and may still be active.
I am helpful, am I not?
Can't hide from me.
I will not falter.
Together we stand.
Always be ready for the worst.
You can trust me.
I'm always open to ideas.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
I will help where I can. Did I mess up again? Did I mess up again?
I refuse to accept your statement.
Without risk!
You won't survive me.
Save the last one for me.
Attack!
Endure this!
The light take you!
Out of my sight!
I'll remove this obstacle.
I hope you appreciate this.
We shall overcome. Do not hold back.
Make every strike count. I will see to your demise.
You should have listened to reason.
Strike as one.
precision and grace.
Mind over muscle.
Attack! I was successful in my search. Our path leads on. Let us not hesitate.
No reason to pause. Lead on!
I stand ready.
Rely on me.
Kneel!
Right, gotta drink. Cheers, mate. The divine power of heaven seems to radiate from the painting. That might be the reason why it remained hidden from the demon's eyes and avoided desecration.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
You require my unbiased opinion?
I'll watch your back.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
I will see this through.
We will win this war.
Together we stand.
Together, we stand.
AC of 35, that's tank.
I will guide us.
So, Taya.
We will prevail.
I'll make short work of this.
We shall overcome.
You won't survive me.
A bright future awaits us.
Our time has come. Stand with me.
Let the duel commence.
Without a doubt. I will not falter.
No reason to pause.
I'm all ears.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
You are my favorite aide.
You bunch of living hearts for my ritual funnel here. Very good. My lord Discari, I offer this sacrifice to you.
Endure this!
No glory without risk.
Do not hold back.
Aporane sentes.
Make every strike count.
Strike as one. Attack!
Ashan Sakur.
Ashani Savitur!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
We shall overcome. Do not hold back.
You won't survive me.
Into the fray!
Strike as one. Take that.
Out of my sight!
Endure this!
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Attack!
I will see to your demise!
Make every strike count.
The light, take you!
Fighting for a righteous cause is certainly different from a simple massacre. The former is more bloody and performed with pinkies out.
forwards.
I am helpful, am I not?
We march ahead. Our path leads on. I will guide us.
Aha!
Well?
Meditate on your mistakes. Might make you feel better.
Yes, what?
I welcome your company.
I will help where I
Let us
can.
not hesitate.
Open your heart to me. What's on your mind? I wonder. This one was beyond me.
Without a doubt.
So many plans and hopes have gone up in smoke along with this city, and so many are still yet to burn. Soon.
They will break against our resolve.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Into the fray!
We shall overcome!
Precision!
And grace.
You won't survive me.
No glory without risk!
Do not hold back!
I'll make short work of this!
Endure this!
I'll cut you wide open! I'll watch your back.
Una Adayanam! Forwards.
Make every strike count.
Strike as one.
Out of my sight!
The light take you!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Attack!
I will see to your demise!
Into the fray! Ha!
You won't survive me.
We shall overcome.
Precision!
And grace.
No glory without risk!
I'll remove this obstacle.
Endure this!
Do not hold back.
I'll make short work of this!
The light take you!
You should have listened to reason.
Make every strike count.
Strike as one.
It went splendidly.
The strange maps offer many intriguing details about the movements of the Crusaders' army. The demons must have thoroughly studied them before destroying them with their claws and spattering them with blood.
I am helpful, am I not?
She's helpful.
We march ahead.
Can't hide from me.
You can trust me. What do we have here? I hope you appreciate this.
Aha! Did we find trouble? No, they did.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Attack!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Oxy. Yas. Out of my sight!
You're irrelevant.
No glory without risk!
We shall overcome!
You won't survive me.
I will see to your demise. Precision
And grace.
Mind over muscle.
Into the fray! The Inheritor, guide
Do not
my
hold
blade!
Endure this!
I'll make short work of this.
You should have listened to reason.
The light take you!
Strike as one!
This'll leave a bruise.
Make every strike count.
Out of my sight!
It should work. Is it flawed?
You're irrelevant.
Into the fray!
Attack!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I will see to your demise.
I'll remove this obstacle.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
step on their toes as well? You won't survive me.
Precision!
And grace.
We shall overcome.
You should have listened to reason.
Endure this! Did you see that? I'll make short work of this.
The spirits demand your blood. Do not hold back.
Mind over muscle.
The light. Take you! Huh.
Make every strike count.
Out of my sight!
You are today's sacrifice! Strike as one!
You're irrelevant.
No glory without risk! Yeah!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I will see to your demise.
Go for their hearts!
To save some peace, brothers, and let the ghost embrace you.
I have managed.
The ancient font once sacrificed water for shared rituals, but demons have devoured this by filling the basin with human intestines. Its holy power might return should someone cleanse this place.
Why did you drag me here, you wench? To mock me one last time? Go on, finish me! Drink my blood, devour my soul! Just get on with it. Let me die at last.
Staunton, light of my life, don't be so silly. I could never hurt you. I brought you away from the battle to save you. My love, you don't belong in this grubby city where everyone hates you. Come away with me. You know I have always loved you.
You lying filth! You have the gall to say that to my face? But it was you. It was all you. You're the reason I lost everything. You're the reason why everyone despises me!
So it was me who brought shame upon you in front of the people you called friends? It was me who mocked you year after year, spat on you, forced you to do dirty, demeaning work like you were a drudge, and not the bravest of knights. No, it was all of them. The Crusaders and their witless queen. If you remember the day Dresden fell, I asked you to be its new ruler. You refused, of course, you and your principles. But look what's become of you.
What a pathetic scene. Look what love has reduced him to. Then again, love is always a calamity of some kind. A shipwreck.
If love is like a shipwreck, which part do you play? The rocks or the ship that gets dashed against them?
I sense the trap in your question. I take it you cast me in the role of the ship? You think I am doomed to be dashed against the rocks? And who will play the lucky rocks, I wonder? But to answer your question, I see myself as the wind. All this drama is beneath me.
I'm sorry to say that there is truth in the demon's words. The Crusaders really have treated him terribly. I say this as a criminal who has been forgiven by other knights of Iomade. But like all demons, she has built a mountain of lies and deception upon this one grain of truth.
My offer still stands. Come away from here, my love. You will rule Dresden as a king, and I will be your queen.
The demons and the traitor, you both deserve to die.
See? You're willing to give your life for these ungrateful swine, and they dare call you a traitor. They all despise you. I'm the only one who loves you. Dearest, it's all right. I'm here. We'll never be parted again. Let's go. Come.
Get back!
Curses! Stubborn as a mule. Never mind, my pet. Never mind. You won't get far. You will kiss this scratch and beg for forgiveness. You will be mine. Wholly, eternally, and willingly.
I always did what was right. Therefore, I became righteous. Does it mean whatever I do now becomes right because I am righteous?
Rely on me.
Are we in trouble yet?
Well?
Inimosi tradisi. Inimosi tradisi. Inimosi tradisi. Inimosi tradisi. Are we ready to move out?
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Miss me already?
Inimosi
si travis. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Amoran Sentes.
I'm always open to ideas.
Amranda Gratio. Unimos si travis.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Open your heart to me.
Ugh, the waiting's never fun.
Together we stand.
Yet another obstacle. You won't survive me.
Attack!
I'll remove this obstacle.
Precision and grace.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Endure this! Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Upon entering the chamber where the vanquished Waterstone resides, the Crusaders could have expected many things: an ambush, deadly spells, or horde of enemies. But not an empty hall, still and silent, with no Naga or her henchmen, only the obelisk and glimmers of light dancing on the dirty floor. But then again, all is not as placid as it seems. Kalalpala once again hears the seething choir. This time the voices sound louder, more insistent. One step, another, and suddenly Kalalpala sees the Wardstone not as it was a moment ago, but someone completely different. It is not a monolith emanating light, it is the cage made of pure energy. The place where the Scary struck looks like a festering wound, from which tendrils and dirty red and purple darkness creep throughout the entire artifact. And there, inside, two hosts of flaming warriors are locked in battle, one in light and the other blood red, but they are all waiting for what? Hearken unto the light warrior words. The light warriors speak of duty, service, and sacrifice made. The words reveal the truth of the Wardstone. Each one contains a host of angels, volunteers from heaven who committed to this indefinite imprisonment in order to guard Mordecai from the demonic threat. They make no complaint, they ask no easing of the burden. If the goddess and her herald offered them the same choice again, they would consider it the ultimate honor to sacrifice their freedom for the cause. The angels know the scary evil plan. When the last of the Light's warrior falls, the Waterstone will become a deadly explosive that will destroy everything around it, and the other obelisk in the chain will meet the same fate. The Light warriors pray for help. They plead for someone to strike down the fallen brethren. Those who succumb to demonic corruption are already beyond salvation, but if they are stopped, it will allow the Waterstone to heal and the Light host to continue its duty. The crystal chisel discovered in the ruins of Canables is the ideal weapon for the task. It will cut out the corruption along with those who have succumbed to it and restore the Waterstone to full power. The eyes of the Aeon, until now slumbering peacefully in the heroine's soul, awaken. They urge the heroine to look upon the Waterstone through them. The Aeon eyes wish to see. Hearken unto the Red Warriors. The Red Warriors speak of pain and lies and disillusionment. Their words reveal the truth of the Wardstone. The barrier surrounding the ward wound is built on the bondage and suffering of countless angels. Every injury dealt to the Wardstone, these angels experience as a physical agony. The pain is driven them insane. Deceived by the hollow platitudes about duty and service, they suffer torment day after day for the sake of ungrateful mortals who do not even know their names. Enough. The Red Warriors know that their blades now turned against the former brethren, hastening the triumph of the Scary and his servants. Once the Wardstone has been wholly conquered by the corruption, it will become a deadly weapon under the demon control. Some of the obelisk's prisoners beg for freedom, while others pray only for death, but they all agree that this existence is unendurable. The crystal chisel discovered in the ruins of Canables is the perfect weapon for the massacre. It cannot force open the doors for those who wish to escape, but it can only destroy the Wardstone along with all its prisoners, willing and unwilling. None will be able to claim victory, but all will be gifted a merciful death that will end his suffering once and for all. Look on the angels with the Aeon's eyes. The eyes of an Aeon pierce through essence, matter and time and reveal the truth of the Wardstone. The stones are just as much a perversion of the Wardwound itself. The demons are not of this plane, but this did not give Ayamida and her herald license to disturb the balance still further by imprisoning untold numbers of angels in stone. A crime committed in the name of good does not offset those committed in the name of evil. It only multiplies the harm done to the cosmic order. There it is, a fate of two angelic hosts, faithful and fallen, and the fate of Canabras, perhaps even all Mendev, now rest in the heroine hands. How will she proceed? Whatever this crystal chisel may be, its power is great indeed. It can destroy the stone along with all its inhabitants, or it can mend it by killing the angel defectors within. What it cannot do, alas, is free those who wish to escape and keep the stone intact for those who wish to remain. The Aeon's eyes perceive the solution to the goddess Tinken, one that will cause no lives. One strike with the crystal chisel at the perfect point and the stone magic will be destroyed and all the angels will go to their rightful place, to heaven, or to the plains of chaos and evil. The remnants of the Aeon power draws all that is left of the Aeon's existence to the heroine, urging her to put things right. But somewhere deep within the heroine's soul, the familiar eyes sees endless rage, unbidden hatred. What will happen if this unleash here the stone? Wield the stone's magic and return the Celestial to their rightful plane as the Aeon would have wanted. The Wardstone, the goddess weapon used in her violation of the cosmic order, the demon-crafted chisel discovered at the scene of the very same crime. It would be only fair if both instruments ceased to exist in the same moment. One precise strike and the chisel will cut through the stone like a hot knife through butter, nullifying the criminal magic of the inheritor. With cries of terror and amazement, the imprisonment angel go to their rightful place, the faithful to heaven, the fallen to the plains of chaos and evil. The chisel turns to dust, and with a blushing flash the stone follows into oblivion. The eyes of the Aeon look on in satisfaction. The Aeon's mission is complete, though it came as the highest prize. What remains of the Aeon can now rest in peace, knowing that the world is in the good hands. And as for the mortal who brought all this to an end, seeing the world through the Aeon's eyes had left its mark on her. The Aeon's orderly worldview, not unlike a shifting grid of coordinates, has been imparted on her eyes which will henceforth be able to see truth that offends evade ordinary mortals. The Crusaders succeeded, the Angels' battle within the Wardstone has ended, and the threat to an entire chain of stone has been eliminated. Of course, this has won no guarantee of safety for the future. What happened here can happen again. The Mendevian can no longer rely on Aeon with their gifts, as once they did, but the danger has passed for now.
Look at them, Suture. They're rejoicing like children. The storm is coming and none of them sees it.
Shall we add to their festivities, my lady? How about a little lightning to burn their flesh?
Oh no, Suture. We'll leave such frolics to Discari's little gnats. We are here for something else. Something I have greatly anticipated for a long, long time.
Blisteringly vivid memory releases you, and you return from the depth of the past to the present. You feel fresh breeze on your face. The energy expelled from the Watson has blown the roof of the Grey Garrison. The Watson energy suffers, and through you flows into your allies.
All my aches and pains, for the first time ever, they're gone.
What are you doing here? How? Ah, I see. Tricks from your pathetic goddess. So even Iomade will resort to dirty tricks when you have her cornered. Don't celebrate yet, mortal. There's no one to hide you from me now. Look, you're already wounded. Pathetic mortal. I'll have no trouble finishing you off now. You'll die anyway.
The demons looking formidable with the encourage around Vaheth's ring follow you now. You look at her and feel like a titan looking at an ant. Overwhelming, all-conquering power fulfills you. What that little demoness, those irritating hordes of the abyss, the goddess themselves are your only equal now. Now you will answer for your crimes.
There is only one law in this world. Strength. And only one crime. Weakness. Be honest. Do you really think you have strength on your side?
I knew a woman who thought the same thing. It never led to anything good.
Your goddess sent you to die. You think that's a victory? All you've done is postpone the deaths of all the other mortals. And not even for very long. But your wait for death is over. You won't see what I'm going to do to your little friends, because I'm going to kill you right now.
Do not fear! Do not waver!
Make every strike count.
We shall overcome!
Into the fray!
You've crossed the wrong mountain.
Do not hold back! Strike as one!
No glory without risk!
How are you doing that? Where is your power coming from?
An Nago! To me!
Staunton, my darling. I knew you'd come back for me.
Shut it! Get over here now. Get behind me. If you want to finish her off, you'll have to step over my dead body first. Killing me won't be a challenge, I know. But I can last long enough to give her time to escape. Maybe you're right, but you won't change your mind either way. So why waste my time trying to convince you? No matter what he does, no matter what he says, Staunton Vane will always be considered a traitor. Well then, Staunton Vane will finally be the traitor you've always wanted.
People are always calling me a monster and a freak. Tell me, how come I've never once considered listening to them and becoming the terrible thing everyone claims I am?
You might have a point. If you'd been hearing those things every day for 70 years straight!
70 years? Whoa, at least I won't live long enough to suffer through anything like that. Lucky me, I suppose.
Enough talking! Minago, cast your spells and get out of here! I'll hold her off. Quickly, before I change my mind!
No, my sweet, I won't abandon you. We'll leave this place together, and we'll go where we can be happy.
Go. Let me finally... Damn it all! Let's go!
The demon try to vanish the magical haze. You feel the energy trembling through the body and soul start to fade. It doesn't leave you, it hides somewhere deep down, leaving behind a small amount of incredible energy as well as the understanding that you will one day master the income of your huge power. Mystic characters can draw their power from law, gain, and an ability to force reality upon the enemies around. Every enemy in 30-foot radius around the mystic character is a target with greater dispel magic spell effect, affecting only abilities of illusion school. On the second mystic rank, the mystic character gains the ability to fix hindering abominations in his allies. Only one ally in close range is targeted to greatest charisma effect, affecting all negative effects. The caster level for this ability is equal to your character level plus mystic rank. You can use them 3 times. Force reality. As long as you keep fighting, the power of your melee attacks keep growing. Every turn, as long as you make at least one melee attack, you gain a strike gain plus 2 points damage roll by melee with melee weapons up to maximum of plus 10, at least until the end of the combat. Your animal companion is just as mystic as you. Your animal companion gains bonus to his strength, dexterity, and equal to you have your mystic rank +1. It attacks now ignore damage reduction except and counts as ghost touch weapons. Very nice.
We will win this war.
Smile, the world's not ending just yet.
Make way. Warrior Queen coming through with a round for the heroes. Whoa, the heart is packed. And you considered mixing this little shindig, Beth?
I did consider it, and I am still considering it. It hasn't even been a week since the last demon was booted out of Canabras. And we really should be in a period of mourning for all the city's fallen. But the people deserve to celebrate, and she deserves to be honored. For saving the city, and possibly all of Mendev.
One hell of a fight calls for one hell of a party.
According to the Watch reports, there has been no demon activity whatsoever outside Canabras. I get the feeling the fiends are as shocked by what happened as we are. What happened in the garrison, what you did, it was a miracle. I truly believe that the gods remembered us and decided to intervene.
Beth, come on, you agreed. No serious business today.
All right, I'm done. No more. Who would have thought we'd be celebrating a successful attack on the Grey Garrison, our own fortress, and that we'd blow the roof off the place?
It's simply unforgivable.
While we're on the topic of the roof, there's already a rumor going around that you have been blessed by Iomade herself. And it was her power granted to you that destroyed the garrison's walls and roof. And it turns out the people want a little piece of that blessing for themselves. The townsfolk are gathering chunks of the garrison's rubble as souvenirs and talismans. And I'm sure they'll hit the black market soon enough. Oh, yeah. Here, read on this for me. For good luck. People who aren't divine messengers don't usually go around taking whole stories off of buildings and blowing packs of demons away. But if that's how you want to play it, then fine. I'm still keeping my stone, though.
Nevi! What are you on about now?
What do you mean? Do you see many people at this table who've been personally blessed by Iomade herself?
Well, a couple perhaps.
Iomade's blessings are not conveyed through stones, and as public officials, we really shouldn't.
I feel a little chastened after what you said about public officials. But I myself have acquired a few pieces of stone and also wish to ask our heroine to breathe on them for good luck. So, what now? Are you going to toss me out of this fine establishment?
Your Majesty.
Yes, it is I. I made the journey here to deduct the cost of repairing the garrison roof from your salary. We have not been introduced. Galfrey of Mendev.
It's an honor, Your Majesty.
And for me also. So, this is what she looks like. The one all Mendev is talking about. News of your deeds reached me even before my messengers could.
Your Majesty, we were just... I'll have them arrange.
Calm yourself, Commander. I deliberately came here without any fanfare because I did not wish to draw attention away from our honored heroine here. My personal guard and the force I brought with me are standing watch outside the city. I ordered all of your sentries to stand down. They also deserve a break. Every person who tirelessly fought to save Canabras will enjoy themselves today, and my reinforcements will ensure peace and order. Because grand new deeds lie ahead, yes?
Your Majesty, my dear cousin.
Count, I admit I was surprised to learn that you valiantly joined the ranks of the city's defenders. Pleasantly surprised.
I live to please you, my queen. My first thought when Descari cruelly robbed us of noble Terendelev and half of Canabras' crusaders in one fell swoop was of you, my queen, and of how these events would weigh heavily on you. No one could have foreseen the demon attack, and we have so successfully held the defense here for 4 heroic crusades.
I'm going to drown him in the nearest well this very night.
I value your dedication and your eloquence. I hope you will continue to aid our soldiers.
Not a chance. You know that I am not made for the front lines. excellent bash. But alas, I really must go. Important matters to be getting on with. A new shipment of wine from Keonin, and 3 beautiful creatures of the same provenance. But I will most assuredly come to say my farewells before your army departs on its campaign, which, wherever it may lead you, will undoubtedly be crowned with victory.
I shall hold you to that, Count. And now, allow me to devote some time to the heroine of the evening. I did not come here solely to give you the chance to celebrate. But all serious discussions and official announcements can wait until tomorrow. I have big, big plans for all of you. Especially for you. But I want to keep you in suspense for a little while longer. So I shan't say another word. Let us mark this victory. My first toast is to you, the heroine of Canabris.
The fires of Canabris have died down. Now the army's path leads to the walls of Dresden, a fallen citadel that the Crusaders have been trying in vain to reclaim for 70 years. The new piece on the board might give their efforts some added momentum.
Rise, warriors. Today is a day of sorrow and pride. Sorrow because we weep for our brothers and sisters who perished in Canabris. Pride because despite demonic treachery, our heroes repelled the attack and saved the city. I, Queen Golfrey of Mendev, declare this day the first day of the 5th Crusade. And I am glad to introduce the one who will lead the attack on the forces of the Abyss. The hero of Canabris, Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. Your leader from now unto victory or death. And now it's time to rest. Everyone is dismissed. There. The troop review is finished. I'll give you some time to look around the camp, and then I shall expect your presence at headquarters.
Got the picture you're looking for from the Grey Garrison. The storyteller carefully takes the page from your hand. His finger touched the ancient letter gently, examined them lightly, following the lines. I see. Myself, young and edgy, able to see. Oh God, have I found the key to my past? Finally. I will find out what my own mind has been hiding from me. The elf expression becomes withdrawn. The wrinkles of his face soften. Thank you, Kalal Palal. Please, please, follow me to my story. Let us embark on this journey together. The storyteller inhales sharply as a few times begin his story. They are leaving. The people of Kion, in face of coming Airfall, and admitted that they were incapable of handling this disaster. Proud rulers, artful crafters, brave warriors, wise mages, and skilled healers, all of them hurry to the gate to Sovereign, looking around fearfully. A clean, safe world is waiting for them there. My people decided not to fight for Golarion. I am ashamed, and I am sorry for them. Their hearts wavered in the face of the catastrophe. By my will is strong. I am staying. My kinfolk are looking at me angrily. How dare I diminish the decision with my recklessness? My choice makes them cowards, traitors of their own home. One of them, my former mentor, looks at me bitterly. He hands me a neat notebook with 3 bank cover. In case you change your mind. With a heavy sigh, he returned to the line of those departing. Forgive me, brothers and sisters. I'll watch the gate of Sovereign's stone close, separating me from them. It's time for me to go too. I opened my master's notebook. These are his notes about traveling between worlds. In case you change your mind. He hopes the burden I shrouded vulnerability voluntarily will be too much. I will lose heart and find my way to Sovereign. That will never happen. My mouth said stubbornly, I'll tear my master's notebook to pieces. I use my false pride as a shield against my fear of what is to come. Why did the elves decide to flee, not fight? The storyteller lips burst with disdain. They are afraid to lose what they have. They were rulers, long-lived and powerful. They value their lives and sunshine too much to enter the fight with the aftermath of Airfall. Your mentor is a mage, so you must be too, yes? Yes, I am Archmage, and this title is well deserved. I have acquired delicate mastery and succeeded in many areas of magic, but curiosity has always pushed me towards new knowledge since the first day of my apprenticeship. What is Sovereign Stone? A magnificent crystal bent into an arc by a mighty hand of an ancient divine creator, our great gate to the other worlds. It breathes power, it dreams of eternity. Why are you angry, fellow elves? I spent many hundreds of years in Kionin. I have always admired the way my kinfolk cared for the forest that was our home, but the rest of the world seemed to mean nothing to them. But I love Golarion, all its places, all the forms it manifests in. I travelled wildly and then came home and told my kinfolk about my travels, but they weren't interested. They only cared about Kionin. Their lack of desire to hear about the wider world makes me sad and angry. What happened next? Airfall happened at night. I'm standing at the top of my tower, many miles to the north of Kionin, as I see a blaze far in the south. I hear horrendous rumble. The air is groaning, giving way to a huge rock, rushing down on my world. And then a blow, vibration that penetrates everything, reaching down into the bowels of Golarion and up to the vaults of the sky. Crunching bones, blood from the burst vessels filling my eyes with darkness, drowning in timelessness along with countless dizziness of Golarion. Never before have we been so united in our feelings. When I come around, the darkness remains. My first terrible thought, I'm blind. But no, little by little I begin to see the stone wall. I'm alive, but why is so dark? The answer is quick. The smell of ash everywhere, the great burned sacrifice filled the air with incinerated particles of what was recently continent of Aslan. Great clouds of ash covered the sky, cutting us off from the sun and the moon, dooming us to dusk and day and complete darkness at night. My heart sinks with fear, treacherous thoughts fill my mind. What did I say? Why did run like everyone else when I had a chance. I clench my teeth and stand up to watch Ethel proudly, like the last Archmaster of Keon should. Will my words really perish like this? Will I perish? No. This will never happen. I am still alive. I can fight Ethel and end the darkness. Not run from it in blind panic like I came from the cowardly teacher. What can I do? I will not stop the disaster. I will hardly be able to save empires from destruction. What can I do? I am but one archmage, powerful and weak at the same time. What was the tower you mentioned? In my retreat to the north of Keon, in my home or away from home, my observatory, from its top, I watched the stars, and when they were correctly aligned, the other worlds as well. Here in the northern wastelands, I found the highest mountain and built a tower on top of it. On clear days, I could see a mist of the lake of mist of veils in the east. How high it was. Where do I go to the next? I don't know. Need to think. My opponent, Airfall, is much stronger than me. Without noticing, the storyteller raises his voice to a shout. It is merciless. I do not simply destroy life, it kills an era, ending the greatness of Golarian civilizations. They will sink into oblivion, be forgotten as if they never existed. I need to think. The elf suddenly winces in silence for a few more as he calms his heavy breathing. Forgive me, shouldn't have raised my voice. The story was much harder than many before it, most likely because I played the main role in it. It is so strange to see myself, feel the emotion tearing up inside, those that I felt a long time ago, and not remember them. It's like I split, because both the storyteller and the main characters. Not bad, the story ends at the moment. Please, if you find other pages covered with the ancient elven writing on your travels, bring them to me. You might be able to shed some light on my past, or will you find out the story ended, and perhaps even why I forgot it. Thank you for your story. Is ready for me. The elf cautiously unlocks the vials and begins to work his enchantments. The essence evaporates, turning into light and steam into the buckle. The light thickens, becoming gold. The Covenant of the Inheritor, that is the name of this relic. This buckle once adorned the belt of glorious knight from Mendef. It is embodiment of promise made to young girl by a powerful deity, a great promise that has changed much of the world. When you touch the restored relic, a strange vision comes to you. It's as if you can see the event that happened to you in the past. A burning sensation spread across your chest from the very spot where your mysterious wound sometimes open. What is it? The influence of the storyteller spell, or is it something else? The old elf frowns. How strange, you are a remarkable mortal. No one has ever shared a vision before. Perhaps these things have something to do with your destiny or the fate of someone related to you. I do not have the answer, only advice. Seek out such relics. Look for what links them and you will know the truth.
I refuse to cooperate.
path leads on.
Ah, there you are, you dashing troublemaker, you. Daydream flashes you self-satisfied smile. Our short acquaintance is coming to an end very soon. You will depart on your crusade, where you will scrapple by horrible rations, struggling vainly to fall asleep amidst snoring soldiers. Be rudely awoken by the freezing cold, and have a look upon the doubt faces of self-righteous prigs. Before you finally perish in the maw of some demon. I have a journey ahead of me too. I've just rented a sailboat in the south. I've also hired an excellent chef, and a host of other entertainments. Well, to each their own, I suppose. Deedon pauses and suddenly adds in a more serious voice. You know, I'm genuinely sad to see you go. If it sounds like mockery, forgive me. I cannot switch off my venom gland on a whim, you see. But you intrigue me. If only we could have spent a little bit more time together. But of course, you give grimaces. Not under these conditions. Let the Crusaders and the demons have at each other. With any luck, they will take this entire sanctimonious spectacle down with them. I'll be blunt, you don't intrigue me, not in the way I obviously had in mind, but you're a very good companion. You could have stayed in my party. Who, me? Where in this traveling, pardon me, in this army? Teaching offers a doubtful smile. You must be joking, of course I won't stay. Who in the right mind would trade a luxurious and carefree life for crusades? In any case, I tend to wait until the army departs. I do love a good send-off, especially when it is who is staying and someone who is heading off to meet the dready and hopeless end. Sometimes it does one good to reminisce on the unfairness of life. Well then, farewell, Commander. I assume I shall be your most precious memory and most disgusting and exhausting road to the pointless slaughter of battle. Or if the most precious memory, then at least the most stirring.
I will guide us. That is quite a discovery.
A group of soldiers is talking loudly, laughing joyfully, and passing around the flask. So picture this, my sword is in the fire, there's 2 goblins around the snatch it, and 3 more are digging through my tent, and I'm sat in the bushes wearing just my mail shirt, wondering what the best to do. An old man suddenly taught me about the mail shirt. You can't sleep in armor, but it's not so bad in the mail once you get used to it. It's too bad that no one told me not to go into bushes without my sword. So what did you do? What did I do? I barked like crazy. Goblins are afraid of dogs, you know. So they all went wild and started running around. I spot my sword, they spot me. So I jump over to the fire, wearing nothing but my mail shirt, and I grab my sword and I yell in my big tough voice, "Oh, inherited, grant me the power to crush these filthy creatures." My sword shining, the goblins are screaming. I jump to attack them, and they fight back. But I fought them off somehow. But even since then, I never make a step without a weapon. Ah, that's some story. Hey, stop, laughing, leave some for us. We only just set off, and you're already drinking? With the queen in the camp? Stop this at once. The knights quickly snap to attention. Shira raises the flask and says loudly, "Right you are, Commander Terebate. We are but drinking to the queen's health." Shira, show some discipline. Shira becomes serious and puts the flask away. My apologies, Commander. That's better. You're a paladin in army, not a mercenary on a raiding party. Make sure you act like it.
Without a doubt. Forwards.
The Queen greets you with a stare. She has dropped the promotion's air with this just announced the Fifth Crusade. The face of the ruler of Mendip appears calm and thoughtful. She once made him when I was waiting upon his reply.
Commander, I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds. I have chosen a target for your campaign, and that target is Dresden, our lost outpost within the World Wound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomade herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation. A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Soziel Dainik. One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomade also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the Crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now, but I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience.
Hi! Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining armor, deadly dangers, glorious feats. We are going to show those demons! I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it!
I'm glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, her trusted advisors and companions. Now then, will you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too.
Do you remember this?
I thought this relic was destroyed many years ago. How strange it is to see it whole again. At one time, it gave me hope. I am pleased that this object will serve the Crusade once more. I was young, and did not fully understand the magnitude of the duty that had been entrusted to me. Iomade gave me hope and strength to see me through the trials ahead, and in so doing, she won my everlasting loyalty. Always. No matter how arduous, no matter how dark the skies, no matter how much blood flows from my wounds, I shall stand with you. We shall fight for our loved ones and our friends, for the right to live and die free. We shall do everything we possibly can, and after that, we shall begin to do the impossible. And if the hour should come when our arms can no longer raise our swords, our bodies will become a shield to cover those who still have strength to fight. I, Golfrey, Queen of Mendev, swear this to you. This is my vow. I would proudly declare that to be true, and say that even Aurilu Vorlesh could not kill me on her first attempt. But to do so would be boasting. I was protected by my goddess. However, I was glad to see that, no matter how great the betrayer of humanity's power, it is nothing as compared to Iomede's might. Then so you shall. What matters is that the covenant of the Inheritor has been recovered. Perhaps it should be in your hands now, because you have greater need of it. But some actions may be deemed bold, or even extreme, and beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I am not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which has lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution. In you, I see a chance, and I am willing to stake everything on it. However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. Of course. That's a good question. Its walls were built by dwarf craftsmen, and the power of the Sword of Valor protected the city. Alas, where raging hordes failed, a single lying tongue was all they needed to succeed. The demoness Minago convinced a young and ambitious crusader named Staunton Vane that the banner belonged on the battlefield. He went on a daring and unapproved raid, and the banner ended up in the enemy's hands. The city fell soon after. Ever since then, for 7 decades, it has served as a citadel for the forces of the Abyss. Oh, really? I wasn't informed of this. After Dresden fell because of Staunton, he was nearly sentenced to death. He deserved it. In wartime, men are hanged for far less. But you have no idea what a terrible sight it is. A raging crowd of crusaders baying for blood. Never have my fighters looked so much like the demons we are fighting. I commuted Staunton's sentence and stripped him of his rank. Not just for him, but for my army and my country. We are not Hell Knights. We do not maintain discipline with public executions. Justice was nowhere to be found that day. The army had become a mob, and the tribunal was a prelude to what that mob craved: bloody carnage. I am the Queen of Mendev, and the leader of the Crusades. Justice served on my behalf cannot look like that. Everyone we saw today at the parade. First among them, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Irabeth's resourcefulness. Also marching with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units like to be called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Neurosian. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination and a thirst to prove themselves. I've always thought that an army benefits from at least one such unit. These forces, as I said, are not enough for a march on Dresden. You will have to hire additional troops with the funds that have been provided to you. But for a brave commander, and I hope you are one, that is just the beginning. If you retake Dresden, recover the holy power of the Sword of Valor, and gain a foothold in the region, then new armies will join under your banner. The Fifth Crusade is only beginning. Many battles and victories lie ahead. We have a chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But it's more than that. You created this chance for us by foiling the demon's plans in Canabris. The army who attacked the city came straight from Dresden. Demon hordes from the Abyss are usually encamped there, but many of them perished on the streets of Canabris. We must attack swiftly, before they can restore their forces. When the city is free and the Sword of Valor appears before our soldiers, they won't be sending in any more reinforcements. Demons cannot teleport into an area protected by the banner of the goddess. Now you are talking like a real knight commander. However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the Abyss across the territory we call the World Wound. The best specialists we could find have tried to close them on separate occasions, with no success, as you may have guessed. The World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the Abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods of rift closure known to magical science simply do not work here. However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin at the source of the problem, the place where the World Wound was opened. The main rift lies through the city of Iz and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the mages to explore the origins of the World Wound. So, the next step, after you succeed in Dresden, is an offensive push deeper into the World Wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold, the very threshold of the Abyss. Wonderful. I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day, they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomede's herald erected the first wardstone in Canobris, and then the others in cities across Mendev. Even back then, I had nagging doubts, but my faith in Iomede easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question her works. In any case, I am glad you did not allow the demons to commit sacrilege and gain control over the wardstone in Canopris. We might have lost one of the wardstones, but the chain is still standing. Lariel. I knew him. He disappeared shortly before the World Wound grew, and Dresden fell into the enemy's hands. In the chaos, we had more important concerns than investigating the fate of a single angel. Even one so righteous and beloved as Lariel. And afterward, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go on their special mission. It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young, like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed in our victory, and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times have come again? Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Nerosian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander? It's been a long time since anyone tried to talk to me quite like that. Like an interrogator at a trial. I don't know if you realize what you're suggesting. If our enemies in the depths of the wound were to discover that I was with your army, they would immediately send their most vicious demons to attack. They would stop at nothing to be rid of me, and thereby sow chaos across Mendev. But you are right. I shouldn't be sitting it out in the rear. I am a warrior queen and a queen of warriors. Yet my fighters have forgotten what I look like. Fine. I shall join the crusade, but on my own terms. First, I shall assemble my entourage and lead the parade out of the camp. I shall catch up with you later, along with a few hand-picked bodyguards. We'll change our armor, and I'll become a knight of a minor order and join the troops incognito. Until we approach Dresden, no one should know I am among you. But before we storm the city, I shall show myself to the troops and join the battle. Let it be a surprise for the demons. I hope you won't complain of my company on the road, Commander, since you were the one who insisted upon it. Do you have any other questions? Splendid. Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable. Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
I did, though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, she has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations, Count.
It is a great honor, I suppose.
The adequacy of any measure can only be assessed against the reason that prompted it. Isn't that so, Count? I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count, but your conduct in Kenobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post, but I trust that you will dutifully fulfill her orders and make a good showing of yourself. Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation, including all of your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
Then let's get going. May Ayomide help us.